If I had a nickel. Every time I recorded a Dubbed and Confused episode, I'd have 14 nickels, I think. 14
I'd
nickels.
have 40. I have 42 nickels for every minute we're late.
That's right. That's correct. We're late today, but that doesn't matter to you because we don't record this live for you nubs out there. So we're here, episode 14, Dubbed and Confused. We had a week off. Apologies on the week off. That's, there was nothing. We were gonna talk about one episode last week. It wasn't worth it. So we pushed up to this week. It's a much more fun episode this week, just being able to talk about almost everything this season, barring a couple of shows that didn't air their first episode. But we're here, fellas. How we looking? How we doing?
We're back, baby.
Yeah, we're thriving. We're doing great. And if anyone's wondering, this is Chris's shirt. He did leave it at my house last night. I did not wash it.
What was he doing at your house last night?
I'll leave that up to interpretation.
Okay.
We're just
Got it.
chilling, watching anime together.
Sure.
Yikes.
Wasn't a lot of watching going on.
Man, what is it? Is that
all right.
Crunchyroll and chill? Nice. All right. Gentlemen and squirrels, we're here. We're back. We've got 6 episodes, technically, although 2 are from the same show for this week. Very, very fun. We know this season is sick, nasty. If you want to vibe fully with the episode, go ahead and get yourself a drink. If not, it's fine. But if you do it responsibly. That's how we like to do it. It's going to be a fun one. We got awesome stuff to talk about. This is it's so interesting because the timeline of Dubbed and Confused, we started it at literally the worst time you could start it. We literally started it as like the worst season of anime for 2024 or 2025 was starting basically. And we literally said, yeah, let's do that. Let's start this anime podcast on the season where like nothing really that hype is happening whatsoever. But now we finally walk into a season where there's actually like some pretty hype stuff. I would say overall this season definitely cooks last season. There was a lot of okay and cuts even last season, but this season probably won't have much of that going on. Fellas, what do we want to start with? We didn't really go over this. What do we want to do? We want to go based on how we've been doing it for this season, where we start with like the kind of like upper echelon hype stuff out the gate, and then we kind of work our way down in terms of, overall viewership. What do you think?
I think so. Also, you should move your mouse, FYI.
You can see it? You're good? All right, cool.
Yep. And I think we do upper echelon stuff. I think we do like all the hype stuff first and then kind of work towards our like gems that we hold precious to us.
I agree, but I'd also like to add that even if we consider last season to be somewhat lackluster due to our standards, we are in the golden age of anime, fellas. There's just something out there for everyone these days, and it's a good time.
There is. Me and Chris are going to add on at the end of this. It's not something we plan on watching for the pod, but we'll probably mention a few words about the best slice of life anime that's airing this season. That isn't on the docket, but we'll throw some words out there because if that is your genre or one of your genres you like, there's definitely something for you here this season. All right, so let's roll out with JJK. I think that's probably the big one from this week, the biggest daddy of the week per se. 2 episodes. We thought this was going to be like kind of closer to Sentenced to be a Hero, where it's going to be this massive episode, but they just kind of said, nah, you can just have 2 episodes out the gate. But both very fun. Episode 1 starts. We get Yuji basically parkouring through, I guess this is Tokyo, right? Is he there in Tokyo right now?
I believe so, yeah.
With a bunch of the spirits all like throughout all the curses, just throughout and he's parkouring around the entire city while they're chasing him around. It's an awesome scene. I love that. We get some back.
It's sad parkour. It's not just normal parkour. He's very sad about it.
Yeah. Yeah. He's very sad about it.
That is true.
Very depressing tone in that parkour.
That's the craziest shit I've ever heard. I just imagine like just I don't know, some parkour guy, and that's none of us, obviously. But
he's just
some
flying
guy
through buildings. He's got dead eyes. Just
right. And And it's sick, and they mentioned in this episode that part of the whole thing is like, or Choso mentions it actually. I don't know if it's this episode or the second episode, but Choso's like, he's different now. Like he's got like experience now. You can tell by I can tell by the way he moves. He moves.
He calls him he calls him like a war god or some shit like that.
Right. He calls him a war god,
yeah.
where he's just like he isn't just kind of, I don't know, just kind of throwing it out there. And I don't know, me and Shalhoub are big football people, but like sometimes you feel that in like, it's the difference between someone like just a talented young quarterback and like a Josh Allen who has all the attributes, but now he like knows how to apply it in game. It's kind of like that thing. You're not just like a talented guy who just goes out there and just rips it anywhere, and like you end up with turnovers and all that stuff. But this is like he's doing stuff like meaningfully now when he fights, which is cool. And by the end of this episode, he gets caught by Yuta, and he dies. Yuta kills Yuji. At the end of this episode. It's
so hype seeing Yuta. Holy shit, it was hype.
It's so good. It's so good. It's one of those things where you almost forget, because the movie came out between season 1 and season 2, that like Yuta has not been in the anime, at least the TV show. He was in a prequel movie, and we have not seen that character in any other places so far in the series. So to see him come now,
it's worth rewatching that movie before watching this episode, just because it kind of rehypes you for the whole thing.
I think so.
Like it's easy to forget how badass Yuta is.
Well, and it also shows you like kind of how far he's come, because he was big old ninny boy at the beginning of that movie, and to see where he is now as a special grade sorcerer, how strong he is even without Rika, and then with Rika, like it's a whole other level. He's crazy, and that's what gets us displayed here too, is that just like he's on another level. Like him and Choso, like Yuji's trying to escape, and it's just you're like, okay, like we saw his parkour earlier in this episode, like Yuji can move.
It's gonna be really exciting to see the limitations of Rika now that he has her like kind of figured out.
Yeah.
So oh god, this season.
I'm excited for that too. Yeah.
Yep. She clearly has a new form. She does not look exactly the same as she did in the movie, which is cool. So like obviously something's different there, but we're not manga readers for JJK, so we don't know the implications there. I was honestly shocked, and episode 2 gives us more context on that. The marketing for this season was literally all Yuta is chasing down and trying to kill Yuji. And I was like, "Ooh, I wonder." There's going to be a lot of cat and mouse there. And then, like, literally, by the end of episode 1, like Yuji's already dead, and you're like, "Wow, no cat and mouse whatsoever. He just fucking cooked him."
Right.
Hella cat and mouse right there.
I was a little disappointed in that regard. That I thought there was going to be some back and forth, but it's kind of just like Yuji's not there, at least by himself. Obviously, in Sukuna form, then it's different. But in his regular form, he is just not a special grade at this point. And we already are all on the same side. I thought this was going to be some weird, like, Yuji's underground this whole season, like, running away from everybody. He's just in full survival mode. He's basically the beginning of this episode, like, full parkour, just get away from everybody the whole season. It only lasts 1 episode, which is fine. It's just not what I thought, not what I expected coming in.
I would kind of disagree with that personally, because like once it was like Choso is like clearly on his side, it's like, all right, he's gonna have some help, and it's just gonna keep building from there.
Yeah,
like it makes sense that Yuta's really just there to contain Sukuna, not fucking Yuji.
Yeah.
So. Plus everyone respects Yuji. There's some grace period there.
For sure. Man, Yuta's I'm really excited to see like Yuta versus like other high level sorcerers. We'll get to that more on episode 2 in a second. As far as specifically to episode 1, couple fun notes I had. The choreography for the parkour early in this episode, and even when Yuta's chasing him, is so good. It's just so creative. It's like real parkour. It's just it's so cool to see, because it's just, I don't know. This is some of the stuff I enjoy most in anime, is when like they really let the creative juices flow, because there's no way in the manga that like the manga author drew like every piece of parkour here. This was all just the animator saying like, let's make this parkour scene look sick. Let's have him let's do dives through windows, spear like cursed spirits diving at him, like all that stuff, and just kind of They obviously had a field day with it. It's amazing. The choreography is so good. We also get information. We also get like the introduction of where the Zenin clan is going, the direction of that situation, which is I guess the head of the clan passed away. And so now they're trying to, like, they're officially naming the next head, who is the youngest brother, Naoya. And
He's the youngest, yeah.
yeah, the blonde guy, he's named as like the next guy, but there's like a little stipulation in there that like if sorry, what's his name? His
Gojo.
Fushiguro. Yeah, if Gojo comes back or
Sealed
something,
or is
he's
gone or something like.
right, then Fushiguro
Then
will
it
then
goes
take
to
the head.
Fushiguro. Yep.
So now Naoya says, I have to go kill Fushiguro so that he doesn't take my head of the clan duties. And now, meanwhile, Fushiguro probably doesn't even want the head of the clan duties, but, you know, it falls to him regardless.
Oh, man, I feel like Gojo being sealed has just been fucking. It's just been Chekhov's gun the whole time. Like, when is it gonna go? When is it gonna pop off? Like, when is Gojo gonna come back and fuck everything up? It's bothering me so much.
I know, but Gojo, I almost appreciate it just because of like, as strong as Yuta is, Gojo's like dummy broken, that like it feels like he can solve almost any problem. So it's like you got to keep the guy that's just going to solve every issue, and like I want to see characters solve issues themselves that are like against the gun, as opposed to just, oh, Daddy Gojo will show up and save everybody.
But that's also what kind of annoys me, because they built him up as that like OP guy, and like, so tell me more at least about this fucking box that homeboy got that just gobbled him up and like acted like he's nothing.
That's fair. That's fair finding out more about that, but still,
like that feels like almost like a Mary Sue type thing. It's like, oh, you got to have something to take away the strongest guy in the universe to make everyone else shine. Give me a kind of explanation or something. I don't know.
Right.
Yeah, like how they even did it, because it is still kind of like perplexing to just like think of Gojo as like the end all be all of sorcerers.
Yeah, because I'm not against the concept
of
of him being limited.
Yeah,
but like, don't make it just seem like he's a bitch that just got fucking,
like one up at one single point in time.
Like, by this one thing we've never even heard of. Like, give me something.
That's not my necessarily my interpretation of that situation. Generally, has just been like, Gojo might be the strongest character in the verse, straight up, but even the strongest character in the verse isn't immune to everything, and they set up like a perfect plan that was specifically tailored because it was devised by somebody who has memories of being a friend with Gojo for so long that he knows every in and out of how his power works, and like trying to put him in a situation where whatever his power is being stressed on other things, that like they're able to get him in some sort of seal, and then once you're sealed. So I found it as more of like a game plan nod towards Ghetto more than anything. Like it's more like a tip of the cap to Ghetto for like devising like such a plan that like he couldn't do anything against it, kind of thing.
I get that. Maybe they go more into it in the manga. I don't know if you guys have read ahead, but like,
nope.
To me, it just feels like they kind of glazed over it.
Yeah, maybe. One other thing I want to throw out there: I like Yuji now. I felt like I watched season 1 of JJK and I was like, ugh, Yuji, man, is a wet paper blanket. Wait, paper blanket? A wet blanket? Yeah, he's a wet blanket character. Like, he was a very bland MC, I felt like, through season 1. And then after season 2, he had been ripped down to the studs, like literally depressed him. And, I really do appreciate him a lot more now. And I actually think he's moved up considerably up as far as how I view him versus other MCs in like popular shonen.
Yeah. Totally agree. I feel like for the longest time I was just like, what even makes him special? Like, what's his power?
Right.
Like, he's just really strong. Okay.
Yeah, he also had the boring. He also had the most boring power in the verse, which his power was just like, I just kind of add power to my fists, and I just do fisticuffs. Whereas like other characters are like doing like cool ass shit, and he's just like, I punch hard.
Yeah.
It's like, come on.
It's really lame.
So that's no personality for that.
That's most of it for season 1 or episode 1. Episode 2, you actually get Choso versus Naoya, which is awesome. I love Choso so much. Good. He's such a cool character. I love his ideals, by the way. Like, we get like a little more insight into like his ideals of like what his purpose is. And like when he's talking to Nalia says that his brothers are just like useless garbage, like they were failures. So like I'm the youngest brother, but I'm still the most successful one. So fuck them. And he was just like, yeah, but that's the role of older brothers. You don't understand the role of older brothers. Older brothers walk so you can run. If your older brother is successful, he's showing you the path to be successful. If your older brother is unsuccessful, he's showing you the path to avoid so that way you can be successful.
Yep.
It's cool. He didn't need to go that hard and like give Choso like fully developed ideals and like purpose, and he did. And I was just like, cool.
Yeah.
I like it.
I liked it a lot.
Also,
But it was also with Naoya, like trying to paint him as like oh fuck family, like I don't give a shit, I just want power.
right.
And Choso's like the hard opposite of that.
Which is funny
Yeah.
because he's also the character in this arc who's supposed to be inheriting an entire family's like fortune and like, you know what I mean, the head of the family scenario.
Yep.
Mhm.
And he's the one who's like, fuck family. Like, give me my shit. I'm the best.
Yeah.
Give me the shit.
Fuck 'em. Yeah.
And Choso also acknowledges this is a shitty matchup for me. Doesn't matter.
Mhm.
He's a dog.
Doesn't matter.
Doesn't
Was
matter.
it a shitty matchup though? Was it a shitty matchup?
Well,
I mean,
maybe at face value, but you know, Choso
One of
just
my
got that
favorite
battle
lines from that-
experience.
Exactly. One of my favorite lines from that is like, see, you don't understand. Like, I've had to fail over 150 times to learn what I know now.
Yep.
It's like, hell yeah, Choso. You're the
I
man.
did also really like that line, and just seeing his blood manipulation, the animation from that too was awesome.
Yep.
Oh, they got so creative with it. It was
Yeah, they
great.
did. It was so good. I was so hyped sitting here watching it. I was like,
I was literally just sitting by myself, and I just went, "Ooh."
Yep. So yeah, basically Choso defeats Nalia for now. Yuta shows up with dead Yuji, and basically you find out it's all a ruse. Yuta has been
man.
lying to whatever this governing, what do you call it? The governing, force of Jujutsu sorcerers who called Yuta to like assassinate Yuji. Yuta assassinated him or whatever to have proof that he's dead, but like was faking the whole time. And because he has reverse curse technique or whatever it's called, he's able to reverse literally him killing Yuji. And now they're alive, but they're undercover. And theoretically, everybody thinks Yuji's dead.
I love the way he just like fucking back fists Choso against the wall too, like he's nothing
Yes.
when he walks back.
I wrote that. I
It was
wrote.
so good. I thought it was so good. I also put a note in here.
I wrote like Choso wins. Fuck yeah. But Yuta's another
All of a
level.
sudden-
He just walked up and
dog.
knocked his ass out like it was nothing, man.
It was so
Is that
good.
dog work?
And I'm not gonna lie,
Holy
it makes Naoya look like an even bigger pussy. That like Naoya
Oh,
loses
yeah.
to Choso, then Yuta just shows up and knocks out Choso with like one backhand, and you're just like,
Yeah.
Jesus Christ! So how big of a puss is Naoya?
Right.
Well, it also-
and like Naoya would have probably bodied Yuji, so how much of a puss is Yuji? Like
It also
And
and
brings
these are
into
all some
context-
strong ass dudes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it also brings into context like their meeting scene, like at that tunnel or whatever. Like right before they all split up and chased each other in the first episode. Like it brings up context. It's like, damn, Yuta really could have just like ended it all right there and just been like, okay, you guys are good, like we're off. But like he had to pull up the ruse. He had to,
Oh,
like,
yeah.
Well, he had to
put
make
on
a
the
show
for
out of it.
everybody.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It had to be believable.
Yep.
Yeah.
Brilliant. Yuta's the man.
Yeah, and that's basically the end of this episode. Is basically getting shown that Fushiguro is there. They also meet up with like Maki and the blonde lady. I forget her name, but apparently she's a really good really strong special grade sorcerer.
Oh, the new yeah. I
Um,
didn't write her name down.
and other characters that they get together with, and they're like, all right, now we got to go do some stuff from here. I don't even remember what we're going to do now, but I'm gonna have a fun time watching it next next week. I can tell
Oh,
you
yeah.
that.
Well, they're
Yeah,
at
feast of the
the
eyes.
they're at the one place trying to get the last of the fingers, right?
They're gonna
Isn't that what
try,
they're trying to do.
right?
Yeah.
There's like 2 fingers left or something.
Five.
I think
five
it's five.
fingers.
Yeah.
5? Oh shit.
Yeah, I
He's got
think
5
Yuji
fingers left.
Yuji has 15 fingers inside of him, but
Mm.
Currently,
Sukuna has 4 arms, so he has 20 fingers.
20.
Right.
The last thing that I think is very, very fun and interesting to talk about is the rule set for this killing game, the culling game that this season is all based
Oh
around.
man. Yeah, I had to pause that and like
Yep.
read through it.
We
It's
all
like,
That's
did.
right.
What
We
the
all,
hell is this shit? Like
Yep. So the
then
culling
I had
game
to
is
Google it afterwards. I was like, what the hell is this? Like
Yep. So there's a bunch of hoopla in there. A lot of it is just standard rules, like, oh, you know, like you're locked in. A bunch of normal people are going to gain cursed techniques like immediately for no reason. But the key rules to me, the two big rules to me were this rule change rule, which is so the first rule is like if you kill every other sorcerer you kill with a curse technique, you get 5 points. If you kill a normal person, you get 1 point. Once you have 100 points, you can meet with the game master, whatever they call him, and in which you can make a new rule for the game.
Yep.
The only stipulation is basically that the rule you make can't be a rule that ends the game. It has to be a rule that allows the game to continue going.
Yeah, it just can't break the rules of the culling game, essentially.
Right.
Of which I have so many questions, but go on.
Yeah. So the biggest thing to me is like that's going to be the key here. Seeing what rules get added to this, as opposed to just kill as many people as you can to build up as many points as you can, yada yada. But also, the key thing there is you still get points for killing non-sorcerers. So someone could change the rules of the game, even if they're like a subpar sorcerer, because they could just kill 100 normal people and just be like, all right, I'm changing a rule that like favors me now, like in the game. And I'm not even a good sorcerer. I'm a weak dude who's been laying low, murdering people like an assassin.
Like, what's stopping you from just being like, you don't get any points for murdering people with sorcerer abilities or whatever?
Sure.
I think that breaks the rules of the culling game already, so I don't think that's a.
Well, that doesn't stop the game from going. You can still kill regular people.
I think it said like it can't be a rule that stops the game, and I thought it also said that it couldn't mess with the other rules, but maybe I was mistaken. I thought there was another rule on there. I have to go back through and read them all, but I could have sworn there was another one. Yeah.
Yeah, I have just so many questions.
There's a lot. There's a lot to unpack.
Which is where you want to be, because with like it's the first episode, the first release, I guess, first week at least, and then that's going to open up the door for where do we go from here. So, I don't know.
I think the first and most obvious question is, why?
It's Ghetto. It's his ideal, I guess, right? Or the creature, the like 100-year-old creature that's inhabiting Ghetto's body.
Right.
Like this is he believes that sorcerers are the ultimate being, so he wants to make a world with sorcerers only. So he made this rule set to either force normal people to become sorcerers or incentivize sorcerers to kill normal people, I guess.
But who is enforcing this? Like, what they say his name was, like Kamo something or whatever his name is, the
game master. Yeah,
I think that's the name of the creature that's inside of Ghetto. I think.
I'm just so confused by the power structure here and like who's calling the shots in this universe. Like,
I'm with you. It's weird, and and maybe it'd make a little more. Yeah, maybe it takes like going back and just being like, how does this make sense? And if you watch a 5-minute video, you'd be like, oh, okay, I see.
Right.
But I hear you. Just turning on this season is like,
just as a casual viewer, just watching it. Yeah, exactly. It's like, what the hell are we doing here? Yeah. What is all this?
I'm with you. But I bet if you went back and watched the last like episode or two of season 2, it might make a little more sense.
Maybe.
All right. What do we think scores wise? What do we think on these episodes? You can score them separately or together. Up to you.
I scored them together. I have a 9.3 as a whole.
Shalubis?
I guess I'm fine grouping the episodes together. And it's a solid 9. It's a 9 for me.
Yeah, I'll group them together and give them a 9.1. It's good. I have small gripes with it, but at the end of the day, it's JJK. The animation's great. It's hype. We're seeing these characters for the first time. The music's good. Everything's fun.
Emotional factor was there.
Yeah,
like all good.
Yep. Yeah. No complaints. All right. Next episode is going to be Sentenced to be a Hero. I think I wanted to move up here. I know it's brand new, but like I still think at this point more people are hyped for that than Fire Force and Trigun. It feels like. So we'll move it up here. It'll probably fall down to 3rd or 4th once we get the other shows added into this season.
I don't think so, pal. I don't think so.
Oh, come on. Free Run's going to be over it for sure.
Free Run's definitely got to be like one of the more hype shows up before.
Look, I'm leaving.
No, I'm not saying I don't like the show. I'm not saying I don't like the show. I'm just saying of the shows that were out and that were announced, Free Run is more hype, so we do the hype shows first.
Depending on that first episode, fucking Hero came out strong.
It did.
Sure.
Hour-long
out real strong.
episode. Hour-long episode. It is.
Didn't feel like it. Did not feel like an hour-long episode.
It is eye candy the entire time. They are going ham the entire time.
Compare that to Oshinoko's first episode.
I'll take Oshinoko's first episode.
That's hard disagree, but
no, it's not. It's
hard
not.
disagree.
No.
Let us know in the comments what you guys think.
Oshinoko's first episode is crazy, and that's not what this season's evolved into.
Yeah.
But
I will say Oshinoko's first episode was crazy. This one's good. This one's really good. Don't get me wrong.
I only made the comparison because it's also like an hour-long episode. Well,
Right.
Oshinoko is like an hour and a half, wasn't it?
No, it's an hour.
It's long. It might be longer than an hour, but
I think it was like
I
an
don't
hour and a
remember.
half. Either way,
I haven't seen it.
it was
so
a long
long.
episode. Holy cannoli. Just, man, the story and the Sakuga was top tier in my opinion.
It's a lot of fun stuff. If you don't know the basis of Sentenced to Be a Hero, if this is your first time hearing about it because it's brand new. This is basically like kind of a classic fantasy kind of setting where it's demon lords and it's armies of knights and stuff like fighting against demon lords and shadow creatures, whatever. Except the kind of twist on the plot is that any character called a hero in this world, it was sentenced to be so. So it's basically like a death sentence where you're going to have to be a hero and be forced to fight the demon lords and be revived every time you die until, I guess, forever, until you maybe lose the will to fight, I guess, is maybe like the one thing they could do is like once you won't even have a will to fight, they'll just stop sending you out there.
I think it's like until you die enough times that you cease to become yourself, and it's like
that's true. That's true. They do mention that, right? Which is important because, like, I did worry about that. That like I think even before the show dropped, like we had known that like regeneration was like a thing, right? You keep dying and they keep reviving you and sending you out there, but they revive you using someone else's soul. And so when they revive you using someone else's soul, your soul kind of combines with theirs a little bit, and you just lose a little essence of your soul each time. It gets not lose it, but it gets muddied down a little bit. It gets watered down by other souls, and then you just kind of end up not being yourself anymore. Which also
so they've
sucks.
created a really cool structure and like world building to work off of with that concept alone.
Yeah.
Like imagine coming up against like makes me think of like Ranking of Kings. What's that immortal soldier guy's name? Shit. To me, it feels a lot like that.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like we're gonna come across a guy like that who's just like straight up dead inside, but he's a war machine, so like he just keeps going. And you know, there's a lot of ways you can go with that concept. It's really cool stuff.
I'm really excited to see other heroes and other. What is her name? What is she called? The girl. Goddess. Yeah. I'm very curious to see other goddesses and other heroes. The likes. But this episode's crazy. Like I said, it is animated phenomenally the entire way through. Man, I mean, they even defeat the first massive demon lord, whatever.
Lord.
The characters, I will say this. Our main 3 characters so far, little par for the course. You know, as much as like
they're pretty cookie cutter.
Yeah. Xylo, the main guy, he's classic, just like rebel, like you don't tell me what to do, I'm gonna do it my way kind of guy. I guess I almost like Dota the most just because he's like very different.
I also love Dota.
Just because he's the most different. Like he definitely has some shades of characters you'll see in a lot of shows, but like the fact that he's also just a scumbag at heart and he's just like, I saw something, I couldn't keep my grubby mitts off.
Yeah, I love that he's just a kleptomaniac.
But he's also got that luck stat like all the way up.
Yeah,
that's true. That is true.
He's in the right place, right time. You know?
I mean, there was a part of me that like right when the episode started, I almost thought Dota was going to be the main character. That like the main character was going to be like the little boy, and then Xylo was going to be like almost a Gurren Lagann-esque dynamic where like Simone is Dota and Xylo is Kamina type situation.
Better not be.
No, I don't think it will.
I know. I'm just saying, I can't do it without a gun.
But Dota looks like he's gonna stay sidekick, not become the main character. Seems like Xylo is for sure the main character, and then you have Teorita, the goddess. She's a little bit annoying, but she's also endearing at the same time. She just wants head pats and congratulations on being a good goddess.
I love it.
I also love it. I think it's cute. I think
It's
funny.
very wholesome. It is going.
Yeah.
I think it's already
It's gonna
going
get
to
very
ride.
annoying.
It's going to ride
Yeah.
that line of like, don't get weird with it.
Like,
Okay,
Irritating bears.
head pats are okay. No further. Okay, let's leave it at head pats.
Weirdly enough, I don't think they're gonna get weird with it.
I don't
also
think so
don't.
either.
Quote me if it does, but I mean,
the director
We'll
of
see.
Mushoku Tensei is directing the show. But that being said, that he's
That
just
is-
a
never
director.
mind. I take back everything I just said.
No. I mean, I think he is a director.
He is
He
just
doesn't
a
get. To, he
director.
doesn't take.
Yeah, that's
he
like-
doesn't make the source material. He's just directing the source
Yeah.
material.
Yeah,
that's
but he
given
can
him.
make creative decisions.
He sure can. We'll see. Hopefully, we
Yeah.
keep it in line. Teorita is literally just Ecclesia. Chris knows what I'm talking about. Again, Shalub.
Dude, I literally put that in my notes too. I literally wrote, "Why is she so Yu-Gi-Oh coded?"
She's very Yu-Gi-Oh coded. She looks just like a very centric monster to one of the lore like sets that came out for a while.
That's for the old fans.
Yeah,
Mhm.
for sure. All right. And yeah, they the whole thing is like Xylo has to accept the help of the goddess, otherwise like he has to keep fighting, by himself, and she gives him a power boost, yada yada. She throws a bunch of weapons to him that he can use, and they work together very well because her power is that she just generates a bunch of swords and knives and stuff, and his whole like power thing, we don't even fully understand the system yet, is he has like a power boost that allows him to explode any bladed weapon, it kind of seems. So he throws these bladed weapons and then he can explode them once, like after he throws them.
Yeah.
So it seemed
It's
to me like there was
something with
almost like
light.
either that or like some kind of like tattoo system or something.
Right.
Like
The
there was like
tattoo
an
system, I think, was different. I think the tattoo system was like how you're branded as a prisoner.
No, I thought that was just
Or-
his neck tattoo.
I think I think it might just be neck tattoo because that's the one that they show that like flashes whenever they're like, "Oh, you were sentenced or whatever."
I remember the
also-
weird like religious nuts were giving him shit because like you gave yourself too many engravings or whatever they called it. Like
Yeah.
I don't know. And also they can speak telepathically through like I'm assuming the engravings because they have to like hold their like hand up or whatever to like talk
Mm.
back and forth.
Oh,
they
yeah,
can,
that
speak
bullshit with the-
telepathically.
yeah.
Yeah.
that must be like a hero engraving or I don't know what the hell they call it. I can't remember what the
Yeah,
translation.
Well,
I
I'm
think
sure
it's
we'll
like-
find
I
more
think
out
it's like
about
what
it.
their prison tattoos
Yep.
are or whatever. But
Here's
Speakers.
I would
Yep.
say my one gripe for this episode is a lot of cool shit could have happened, and instead a knife was thrown at it and just a big explosion happened. Does that make sense? Like I feel
I
like
can
there could
understand
have
what you're
been
saying.
there could have been cooler, more interesting choreography and fight dynamics, and instead Xylo was just like, here's a knife explosion, here's a knife explosion, here's a knife explosion. And then like the whole fight was just him throwing, basically he's a gun, like he's a grenade launcher, like low key. That's what he is. And he just was kind of like grenade launch, grenade launch, grenade launch, just over and over again. And it's still cool. I'm not out on it yet, but like I was kind of like, all right, but like what happens like the next time you have a big fight? Are we just grenade launching again? Like is that what we're gonna do for the entire show? That can't
well,
be
I
it,
mean,
right?
Can't be.
Teorita is literally the goddess of swords. So like, yeah, kind of.
Right, is it-
like I don't like say.
I mean,
like,
I was expecting him to be more like, oh, I prefer knives because I carry knives, but it's like I don't think he's opposed to throwing anything at this point. He'll just throw
Right.
whatever the fuck explodes in your face.
yeah, we
Yeah.
literally saw him like pick the large sword into the demon lord.
He's just like, give me more swords, pick them up, throw them. Like
Yeah.
maybe that's his thing.
I mean, he did slash through a couple of them. Like he was carrying the sword and was slashing through a couple as well.
I know.
Kinda.
I
He
just
was
he
throwing
clearly likes
everything.
He likes to get rid of those things.
and maybe
That-
part of it is it's an hour-long episode, but I did feel like by the end of it, I was just like, I hope we get a little more just diversity here in terms of like the combat, because I can definitely find myself, as much as it looks good and the animation looks good and the explosions look good, I could find myself getting a little bit tired of just oh yeah, he needed to beat this thing, so he just threw some more knives that exploded at it. Cool. I'm not out yet. I'm
the
just saying, it's my
explosion
small
part
gripe.
is like part of his
I'm with you
other
on that.
ability. Like whatever other ability is underlying. I mean, we don't know it fully. He said something with light, I think it was. But like that's literally part of his other ability. So like we don't know fully what it entails.
Yeah.
We need more world building. We need more.
I think you're judging a little too hard too early on.
Yeah.
We need to know what the tattoos do. We need
I'm
to
not
figure
judging.
out where
I'm
all
not
the power
judging. I'm
comes
just
from.
saying, like, if it stays like this the whole way through, I'm gonna be like, might get a little boring if this is the combat every time. No matter how good the animation is, I'm gonna be like, how different, how diverse can you even get in terms of the animation and the combat if it's just a new animation of him going and then cut to exploding knife, and I'm just like,
don't care. Seen it, you know.
I'm not out on it yet. I'm saying for the future. If it stays the same, I'm gonna bash it into the future. If like it stays the same for too long.
Yeah, and I'm 100% right there with you. That being said, this episode 9 out of 10.
I'm a flat 9 out of 10 as well.
I'm an 8.
So it was so good. Fuck you, it's a 9.
I didn't get it to a 9. I didn't get it to a 9. I gave it a 9 out of 10 on animation though. Like I just like solely did the animation. I was like, this is 9 out of 10 on animation. But I gave it an 8.9. I mean, the story was good. It was a little hard to follow at first. It's just like they kind of just threw you right into it and like didn't really explain a ton.
I don't think it was that hard to get it.
I think
it's war.
No, I mean, yes, no, I get that. But I
9
think
out
the
of 10
episode
on
was
the
solid.
animation.
Yeah.
I don't know how much better it gets. Like this might be my first 10 out of 10 when it comes to like the animation was unbelievable. The animation was so good.
I can't believe how on point it was for the entire 50 minutes or whatever. That's what shocked me the most. It's good.
Like I never once wanted to avert my gaze. And that doesn't happen for me often within a whole hour long sequence of an episode.
There's another 9er for you. Sends to be a hero. It's a great new show. It's really, it's one of 2 sick new shows. We'll get to the other one at the end. All right.
Oh, yeah.
Let's move to our third show of this episode, Trigun Stargaze, episode 1. Listen, we've all watched original Trigun. We recently all watched Trigun Stampede. I think we all prefer.
I have not finished the original Trigun.
It's not the end of the world. We're gonna watch it right now. This is it's a good thing about this being a remake and not a sequel.
You watched all of Stampede though, right?
I did watch all of Stampede.
Okay, you're fine.
Yeah.
But there are parts of me that go, the new version of Trigun doesn't have some of the old personality that the original Trigun had, but it does feel a lot more better paced in terms of getting the plot along, because I've watched original Stampede or original Trigun. This guy.
You took too long. I drank all my whiskey.
I took too long?
Yep. Well,
insane.
we had some technical difficulties earlier.
There were some technical difficulties. I poured my whiskey early, topping it off. No problem.
But yeah, we're here. And I think Trigun, Stargaze, and Stampede have been better, like getting the plot along. Whereas original Trigun, it feels like you watch the first 12 episodes and you're like, wow, literally nothing happened in the first 12 episodes. And I think it's better in that regard. I think Vash loses a lot of personality, just as like a quick overview. But I liked this first episode. I thought it gave me enough here to be like excited about like the changes, what's new this season, but also still like not totally sure how we're gonna go, because I know the original Trigun is not like totally truthful to the original source material. So that's what like this series wants to be closer to. Where'd you guys land on this episode?
Millie's back, baby. I'm so excited. I'm so happy. My favorite characters back in the show.
Millie is
I was
back.
so depressed about Millie, all of Stampede, and now we have her in Stargaze, and I'm here for it. And she gets to start off with such a cool scene as well. Like, it was short, but like it was still such a cool, like, well animated scene in my opinion. That bar like fight. Other than that, I mean, you get to learn a little bit of the setup kind of stuff. It's just the whole episode's like mostly plot setup. which is fine. I mean, you know that July, the whole incident was 2.5 years ago. Vash has been missing since then for the past 6 months. You have Millie and why am I blanking on her name right now? Thank you, Meryl. Like kind of going around like looking into a lot of like disappearances on plants. It's just all set up, and I think this is a solid episode. I think it's a good way to start out, and you don't get too crazy on the animation, but you do flash it a little bit. So
I think that was a great way to end what you were just saying there, and that's kind of wholly what I agree with. Kind of an okay episode. Flash some Sakuga big time. I don't know about big time. It flashed Sakuga a few times. It was a bit of a snooze fest for me, if I'm being quite honest with you. I don't have, the same, like, I didn't watch the original anime, so I don't have the nostalgia there. From the outside looking in, it was just kind of mid. It was kind of a 6 out of 10 episode for me.
We kind of jumped around, which I liked. I think that helps because, no offense, and I like Meryl and Millie, but I think if the whole episode is just following Meryl and Millie, I think I'm going to get a little tired of it. They jump around to what's happening with Vash, and he is like a fucking vegetable now, being tended to by whatever that guy is. I don't even know what that guy is. I don't think they say his name in this episode, but
wheelchair fucking Joe from Family Guy.
Yeah, by the way, animators, thanks for like the 3 separate taint shots of that guy. That's what we need.
Oh god.
There's like 3 separate taint shots. That's the guy we want taint from. We don't get any Millie taint. What's going on?
No, whoa, so we get
don't disrespect
Joe Swanson.
Okay, listen.
Don't disrespect Millie like that.
Okay, listen. I'm gonna disrespect Millie right now. She's not buff enough.
Yeah, I know.
Millie's fucking yoked in original
Millie's
Trigun.
Yoked.
She's a beast, and in this show, she's just
around
like
a minigun.
She's kind of tall. She's a little too skinny.
She's just kind of tall. She's just kind of tall girl. Like,
ain't no way she's packing that kind of heat with those muscles. Hell no.
That's true. That's true. I mean, she is still swinging around some big guns. I won't give her that much. Like, she's still pulling those.
But how? Like, they're Mary Susan it. Like, at least show the guns.
I know.
Show the guns.
Definitely more ripped.
Give her like a cut-off T-shirt where she's like packing wicked biceps and shit. Well, I want to see some. I want to see some shoulder boulders. You know what I mean?
But she doesn't even wear a cut-off T-shirt when you first meet her. She wears that like long dress with like a blazer, whatever jacket over top. But she just has a wide stature. She doesn't have this wide stature in Stargaze right now that she did in original, which I need. I need the wider stature for Millie.
No, Millie
she's fucking yoked.
Millie was built like a linebacker in original Trigun. Now she's built like Devonta Smith. All right.
Oh, come on. It's like, come on. You can't expect to believe that, like, obviously it's anime, obviously, but come on. So no.
Music was fun. What do we think? Music is fun, right?
I hated the intro. I hated the intro.
I didn't like the intro. I didn't love the intro, but I thought more of the music that played during the episode. There's like a couple of jazzy numbers that play. I enjoyed them.
Yeah.
There was some
I did like the jazzy numbers.
There was some cool stuff there. Is Meryl gonna be the new MC, or is this just like a 2 to 3 episode thing where like Meryl's kind of taking point until Vash is back to being Vash, and then Vash takes his role as MC again? I like Meryl. I don't want 12 episodes of Meryl being like the full MC. That's not what we want.
I mean, technically, the entire show is supposed to follow Meryl and Millie with Vash.
They can follow them, but like if they have the most lines in the show,
they will, because that's. I mean, you saw the original. You saw it follows. It's not as close to the source material, but I mean, for the most part, it follows the story.
I'm not sure they have the most lines because they'll normally like lead off an episode with Millie and Meryl, and then it's like, oh, Vash is here also, and then the whole 80% left of the episode is like all Vash.
Well, in the first episode alone, it was only Millie and Meryl until they saw Vash being known as Eric's.
Right, the first episode, but
yeah.
After that, we get into I mean,
after
that kind of gets into that formula.
I mean, we are supposed to be just kind of following along where the original kind of fucked up. So
I don't want them gone. I'm just saying, like, if we got this episode's level of this much Marilyn Millie versus, Vash, that I'm gonna be like, all right, I need a little more Vash. We're gonna need a little more Vash going around.
I need a lot of more Vash. I gotta say, fellas, the last 5 minutes of this episode were the only part that tickled my taint.
Yeah.
The rest of it was so annoying.
It did get me a little bit in the feels. Like this wheelchair tank guy going back and forth to town every single day just to get some milk for Vash. And Vash doesn't even talk. It's like when you see someone who loves their partner, but their partner's a vegetable. So for the next 10 years, they feed them, they bathe them, they whatever.
Yeah.
It was getting me in those kinds of feels because it's been 2.5
And the one
years.
day that he decides to almost cut his throat with that fucking straight razor, homegirl shows up on the ship.
Yep.
Now we got action.
Yep.
Give me something here, fellas.
Maybe episode 2
Vash
we'll
was
have
just in
something.
a severe state of depression. So there's that.
All right. So with that, also ships of salvation. Didn't even mention fucking ships of salvation. Like fucking aliens showed up and they said, "Get on our ships. We'll take you away from this shitty ass planet. That's all. That's all
what the
sand."
fuck?
Are they technically aliens? They're all humans.
I don't know. I guess we're all aliens.
They're just like not from the same planet.
Yeah.
If you're in a world like Star Wars, like Trigun, and there's just a bunch of different planets, kind of like at some point everybody's just an alien because you all just go from planet to planet.
Yeah. Is it like if you've never been to that planet, you're an alien, and that's all it takes?
So
yeah,
I don't know.
I guess.
I'm curious to see what comes of that because obviously everybody's stoked because they've all been living on the brink, just barely being able to power their towns in a desert. Brutal. But yeah. I gave it an 8.3. I actually liked it a good bit. That might be higher than you guys think, but I liked this episode. I did. I didn't love it, but I liked it.
I have a 7.8 for this episode. I couldn't give it an 8.
It's funny. I don't know, that's crazy. I know you're all thinking I'm gonna rate it low, but for me it was a flat 8, easy 8, just flat 8.
Damn.
I liked that episode mostly because of the end of it. Like the first beginning, like 5 out of 10.
Dude, what's
last half of it?
What the hell crawled up Chris's ass, dude?
I mean, it was just a setup episode. So like setup, like it's
with Millie. You gave Millie less than an 8?
I gave it a higher rating because of Millie. I would have gone lower. It was a setup episode.
Oh,
hey,
man.
confirmed. Me and Shaloub are Millie guys, and Chris isn't. Chris can't even give it an 8.
I didn't even give sentence to 9. I didn't even give sentence to 9. I don't want to hear it.
Fire Force.
It was Taint Man. It was Taint Man that put it through for me.
Yeah, I agree. Taint Man took me to town. All right, which takes us to Fire Force. This is season 3, part 2, episode 1. We should have 12 episodes left of Fire Force, and man.
We're brushing past that so fast.
Here we go. You ready? I'll brush past this real fast.
Go for it.
Fuck Fire Force, dude. Who likes this show? Who likes it?
It's so bad. It's so boring.
This show is so bad.
It's so boring. It's the most boring thing. Oh. Shinra was an edgelord for 3 months. Oh, we're supposed to care now.
It's so bad.
I wanted to take notes on this episode, and I just went to take notes, and I was like, I don't know what to fucking take notes on. Nothing fucking happened in this episode. Nothing happened.
Yeah, like
I wrote my notes are exposition dump. That's what my note was.
Literally the only notes, the only things of worth that happened in this episode, Shinra has multiple personalities because of the Adola burst. He gets dyed, he dyes his hair, he pierces his ears, he gets tattoos. And then he fucking attacks the fucking
those could all be one
fuck
finger.
Is the priest? Yeah, what's the priest lady's
It's all
name?
one finger.
I can't remember right now.
Iris or something?
Iris, thank you. That's literally it. That's what happens this episode, and who gives a shit? This episode was full of fucking nothing.
Oh wait, don't forget, Chris. She can make fire with her finger now.
Oh yeah, because of the Adola link, and now all of a sudden everybody who didn't have powers now has powers. Oh my gosh,
listen,
yay.
That's gonna make for some spicy reach arounds. That's all I can say.
You know,
like
Jesus. He's gonna be like a living axe can.
Yeah. Oh.
You know what I'm saying?
No.
Oh,
we can't do this.
Anyway, okay. the only other thing that actually happened and like actually doesn't matter is 5 pillars had risen from the earth, and in this episode 2 more pillars rose from the earth. Guess what? None of that shit matters until 8 pillars rise from the earth, because everybody's been saying for months, once that 8th pillar comes, shit's gonna hit the fan. We're still not at 8. I don't give a fuck if 2 more pillars rise. Doesn't mean anything to me. It only means something when the 8th one rises.
Yep.
You're gonna need to start blending in the atmosphere and the universe of fucking Soul Eater right now. Otherwise, I don't care.
It's not. They're gonna bleed it in literally at it's literally gonna be like the last episode. You'll get like a hint that like they're connected.
That's literally it. It's literally like the moon or the sun or whatever. I think.
If somebody listen, this is one of those anime red flags. If somebody tells me they like Fire Force more than Soul Eater, red flag.
They're dumb.
Red flag.
They're just dumb. I
don't even know how that's possible.
Yeah,
it's red
Fire
flag.
Force is just so. I'm not gonna lie to you. Fire Force is just such a boring, full like show of nothingness. Like I hate to say it, it's just so boring. It's just,
I think
like nothing.
It was a struggle.
It
was a struggle for me to get through the first part of season 3.
Oh yeah.
It was a struggle for me to get through all of it. I didn't enjoy a single part of this anime.
I liked the first season. I was indifferent towards the second season. Was really struggling to get through the third.
I think there's a couple things going. There's a lot going on. One, this is an action anime that, let's face it, it feels like not as much action as it maybe could want.
It's got an identity crisis. It doesn't know what it wants to be.
I think, and I think the world is a cool idea. It just doesn't come together for me. And I think if you're gonna build, like, listen, you're a shonen. If you're gonna build a power system in a popular shonen anime, when every single power has to be based around fire, I think it can get boring. Like, that's why people love watching shows where it's like, it's mages and it's like, I'm the ice mage, I'm the water mage, I'm the fire mage. Like, when you have to build every power under the scope of that fire mage and it has to like stay under that umbrella, I think just like a lot of your powers get boring.
But it also feels like it's hitting the nail right on the head, where it's like, we're fighting fire with fire. The Fire Force fights fire with fire.
Also like, makes no sense. Hey guys, where are the hoses?
Yeah.
Where are the hoses?
Where's the water?
Yeah.
I don't get it.
So yeah, this episode was next to nothing. They could have summed up this Shinra's been someone else for 3 months thing in like 3 minutes in the next episode. Like, literally don't even make this episode and just make that 3 minutes at the beginning of next episode and then continue on with next episode from there. And almost nothing else.
To build that out. Yeah, they don't show anything. Like, at least show us what happened during that time.
Right. They didn't even want to show it.
Literally nothing. You get no context on anything.
It is weird.
You're just dropped into it with fucking Shinra strapped to a bed, and then you're like, what the fuck? And then like they give you almost zero context about it at all. Like, they're like, oh, for the past 3 months he's been not himself, and the only person who fucking notices it is Arthur. Of all people, by the way, Arthur was the only one to notice it. Tell me how that makes any fucking sense.
Arthur's been my favorite character of the series for a while now.
I think it makes sense in the sense that like Zoro and Sanji hate each other, but like I think they still might be the first ones to notice if the other one was off.
Yes, I agree.
Because they understand each other like that. Even though they don't like each other, they understand each other.
It feels kind of forced between Shinra and Arthur. Like, they have no real reason to hate each other.
That's what I'm saying.
Yes.
They've built plenty of context for why Zoro and fucking Sanji hate each other. This is the opposite. This is like just the most carrot cake version of anime.
The other thing is, like, Zoro and Sanji don't even hate each other. Like, they just like, or like
they hate each other.
I wouldn't even say they hate though. Like, because they're gonna have each other's, but they have each other's backs no matter what. Like, it's not really like they hate each other.
But
like,
exactly. It's the same level of love hate, but one is more flushed out than the other.
Yeah, it's just like one actually has context to it. The only other thing I have for this episode is, as Shinra punches Iris, he says, "Why are you here too?" Which makes obviously the assumption that Iris's Adola form was taken over, and Shinra just punched the Adola form.
The doppelganger.
In his Adola, yeah, whatever their Adola forms or doppelganger forms.
Right.
That's literally the only other like actual thing of importance here. Like, other people's Adola forms or doppelganger forms are taking over other people's bodies. So like that's like the only other thing of importance. Other than that, It's nothing. The show's nothing. This
So
episode
it's
is
so
nothing.
small potatoes, man.
It
It's
is.
so
It is.
small.
Starting to
Like,
give us something.
And also they don't really give you any good context to it. Like it's brushed over so quickly. Where he says, "Why are you here too?" as he hits her, because like that's a flashback scene that happens. So it's like you get no context on it. It's the episode's just bad.
It just feels like James Woods, like, ooh, a piece of candy. Ooh, a piece of candy. Like, we're just, like, picking up new bits and pieces of information to keep us interested for the time being. I don't know how long it's going to last.
It's also hard because, like, we have pretty fresh context on watching the last season of My Hero last season, which where none of us were even that hot on My Hero, but we'll all agree that the finish to My Hero was strong. They finished strong.
Yeah.
And the first episode already came out the gate strong in the last season of My Hero. And then we come out with this is the first episode to like get people hyped for your last 11 episodes of your airing for 5+ years now anime. I'm like, this isn't doing it, man.
No, it's not.
This isn't jostling my beans.
No,
6.1.
It does not jingle the jimmies. I'm with you on the 6, actually.
6.2, baby. We're all there.
Yeah, man. Yeah, like get better. Nothing. If you're gonna give us a bunch of nothing, at least like put some Sakuga in there. Literally no fights. Yeah. It just wasn't. And the characters fall flat for me. We've talked about this too. I guess that's the last thing we'll say. Is like, I don't know, man. The Soul Eater characters feel just so much more memorable to me. And
they're fun. They're fun.
They are more fun. Yeah.
That's
Fire
why
Force
I like
Arthur the most, because
yes, he's the closest thing.
Arthur's the only fun one. Yeah,
exactly. We said this. Arthur, we saw this when we went over what this season had to offer. Arthur feels like a Soul Eater character in Fire Force.
He feels like the first one that would wield Excalibur and go into Soul Eater as like the one piece of continuity that we have.
Yeah. They'd fit well. All right, which takes us to, of course, the crown jewel of anime history. Everyone knows it. Everyone loves it. Tojima!
Let's go, baby!
Wants to be a Kamen Rider. It's great. Just when I thought that we were rounding out our cast of characters, a new character quite literally rolls into the fold. Into the
rolls
lineup.
Right in there, makes Spider-Man look like a bitch. I mean,
all right. So this episode kicks off with Futaba versus Spider-Man.
Spider-Man.
I know, but I have to keep writing
Batman,
it with spider ...
Listen, we are dealing with Spider-Man and Batman so far.
I know.
This is what we got to work with.
We got the whole DC universe, baby.
DC universe has never looked better.
The fight it kicks off. The episode kicks off with that, in which Futaba very quickly, once Homeboy transforms and starts attacking her, she realizes very quickly that she is out of her depth and no human should be taking on one of these monsters by themselves. Now, some questionable things happen from there. She gets spider-webbed to a wall, in which, to avoid his stinger, she jumps out of her clothes and then jumps off of a building.
Yep.
But this is where the Japanese elements come in.
Literally leaps off of a building.
They really like to portray lewd women. Like, it's just too much.
Hold on. Can we just real quickly? Why is like almost every character in this universe like yoked out of their mind? I love it. I love it so much.
They've been grinding, all right? They're the picture of health. Except for Senna.
Except for one character.
After that, we get kind of like a something I didn't expect either, is we get like a little kind of hint that Spider-Man wants to learn more about humans. And it almost makes me wonder if, as we've seen kind of some of the Shocker agents, how if they fall in love, they can kind of be broken from their Shocker like mind control. I wonder if there's something to even the monster levels of like Shocker that they can even become. You know what I mean?
I mean, we had the Fruit Man, from the beginning, like
the Fruit Man.
The Fruit.
Oh yes,
the Fruit Man.
Yes, I remember.
Yep.
Dynamite. Fruit.
He pieced out. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I mean, he clearly wasn't. He was more of a benevolent Shocker guy.
Sure.
What is it that does that?
Yeah.
And then
another thing that brings up.
Oh yeah, you go, Chris.
Sorry,
You go.
Another thing that brings up is like, are the monsters the top of the food chain for Shocker?
I was gonna say the same thing because now
Yeah.
the way he's acting, now I'm wondering, is there a Ivan Ooze, for Power Rangers? Is there a, you know what I mean? Whatever the main villain is, where he sends out his second or his group of commanders, and the monsters are the commanders, and then the Shocker agents are just like the foot soldiers. Like, are these guys just the commanders, and we still haven't even haven't even heard of who's like at the top of the food chain?
Yeah.
Because it seems like these guys, the way their roles are kind of shaping up, they still don't seem like they're top of the food chain. They might be right under the top of the food chain, but it still seems like they're the ones who answer to somebody else who's like pushed the Shocker initiative.
Yeah.
Well, this is why I said it last time, fellas. I feel like we gotta be watching that Kamen Rider anime.
I don't know. It's not even an anime. I think it's live action.
No, it's a live action show. I'm pretty positive.
I haven't looked it up. I don't know anything about it.
I think it's live action, my brother.
I'm almost positive it's just a live action show from like the 80s or whatever.
It's like literally Power Rangers.
Yeah,
that might be more funny, honestly.
Oh yeah.
I think it would be very funny. Shalhoub, you and me, let's do it one day, and we'll talk about it on the podcast. I'm so down.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
Okay, so the last thing that actually happens in this episode is we get the reveal of the fact that Batman has been shockifying idol after idol, because then they are performing for a bunch of people, for crowds, and it makes it easier for him to just infect as many people as possible.
I thought it was just because he was a perv.
We see that scene where they're all laying with him, and you're just like, what is this? What the hell is going on?
You
don't know what
Batman
sex
is making the idol Shocker members ... and sleeping with them.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
In which case we meet Senna, an overweight idol who recently has which is just hilarious. This whole plot development is she's an idol who just decided she loves ramen more than being an idol, and so she can't stop eating ramen, and so she's gained some weight, and so she's like a plus-sized idol now.
On a jog, sneakily eating the ramen. Like, this is how much she loves it. She's just jamming this ramen down her fat guzzle, and then fucking getting back after it.
Oh, we got some good quotes from.
Who knows how long it took for her to get caught?
Yeah, I know.
Oh man.
I literally wrote in my notes the quote, "What the hell are you ballooning for?" I love that quote.
This is so funny.
Yes.
Like, I was really expecting them to like show like a normal version of her before that, but they never did.
And then
honestly, that's just so brilliant.
Of her at all.
So brilliant.
The most insane thing, period. We have Yukarisu in love with a rider, Mitsuba. Now we're barreling towards Senna falling in love with Spider-Man and vice versa. That's where we're barreling towards. A love connection between a guy who transforms into a giant bipedal spider and an overweight idol.
And I gotta say, it annoyed me at first because I was just like, "Are you fucking kidding
You're like,
me?
what's going
is this
on?
Really, where they're going with
guys?
this
What
now?
are we doing?
Another yeah, what are we doing here?
I love it. I don't think it's so
But
fucking.
We're like,
funny.
where's Tojima?
But I'm with Chris. Like, I came around to it. Like,
It's
the
so
more I thought
funny.
about it, I was like, this is so on par for Tojima.
Yeah,
This is so funny.
Yeah, it's so funny.
so
And then they kind of
happening
twirl
there.
it around, and you're kind of like, why am I kind of rooting for Spider-Man and Senna? I kind of want him to make it. I don't know.
Well, this is just like
they got that everlasting love, dog.
He's holding her, and he's like, "Did you see anything weird about me?" And she was like, "How am I supposed to not fall in love like this?"
Meanwhile, I was thinking, like, at first, like, is he about to toss her over this fucking bridge?
Right,
Fucking active traffic. Like,
yeah.
I also
and that didn't pop into her head.
I love that she gets punched in the face, and then immediately the next scene is her getting walked all over and like trampled on. As she's on the ground, by the way. Funny as fuck.
So rough.
Two hilarious notes.
Also,
oh wait, what do you got? What do you got?
I got the other one. The heavy thud noises when she's
Oh
running.
my god!
Just so diabolical.
It's
so diabolical.
That is not right. She's walking on like a road. Like a road.
Yeah, it's
and they
so
make
diabolical.
they make these sound effects where it's like and she's just
It's
walking
so
down the
fucked up.
street. And you're like,
Yeah,
bro.
I'm like that poor lady. I'm like that poor
So
lady.
funny.
And maybe it's so
It's
funny to
so
us because maybe it's
diabolical.
just funnier to us because we live in the U.S. and we're just like,
Yeah,
we
we're
see
like,
we have seen women bigger than her every day. You know what I mean? Like she's not like she put on some weight, but she ain't like
overweight, but
so
overweight.
crazy. And I'm
Yeah.
like that's
Well, they animated her to be They definitely animated her to be Chubbs McGubbs. I mean, let's not be.
Sure,
she's Chubbs, but like, man, like it sounds like the earth is about to shatter beneath her feet.
every time.
Oh,
every
yeah,
time she's
it's
moving.
exaggerated, but
It
it's
is.
funny. It's funny
it
and
is. Of
fitting.
Of course it is.
And I can't wait for them to. They got to show us a flashback at some point where she's probably like fucking 150
before the
pounds.
obesity.
Yeah.
You got another quote because I got one more.
You do it because I think we have the same one.
Is it you ramen reject?
No, that's great.
That one got me.
Mine's not
The
even.
ramen reject got me.
I didn't even get the exact quote for mine, but mine is when I literally was just starting to think at the beginning of this episode when Futaba escapes the Spider Man and she's going to talk to Mitsuba and Yukarisu, and I'm like, ooh, she has hated her older brother for her entire life. She has built her the entire life she has gotten stronger because she wants to kill her older brother for being a tool and talking about Shocker every single day. And then she finds out Shocker is real. So I'm like, is she actually going to be like, oh my God, Ichiyo's been right this whole time. Like, I forget he's been a good brother this whole time. He's been looking out for me and like trying to protect me from Shocker. And her response is like, nah, I'm still probably going to kill him. She thinks about it for like half a second. She's like, Ichiyo was right. I'm still probably going to kill him though.
Yeah, I still fucking hate his guts.
Yeah, she just wants to whip his ass no matter what.
Yeah,
she has to justify.
She
She has to justify being as angry as she was the whole time. It's
exactly, and also justify the reason for them to like meet up every so often to just fucking duke it out because they like already made that agreement with each other that like they'd meet up to just beat on each other.
They're
Like,
totally
so
gonna
funny.
like they have to have like a come together moment that's gonna be so funny.
They
It's
will.
gonna be so funny.
They
It's
will.
gonna be so well done.
Like mid-fight scene too. It's gonna be like mid-fight scene. They're gonna be like fucking duking it out, and they're gonna have like a come-together moment where like the last punch ends up being like a hug.
Ooh, I
It's gonna
hope
be
I hope they all end up splitting up and having to go like 2v2 a bunch against a bunch. Like, what if it's Tojima and Tackle go 2v2 versus one of the Shocker monsters? What if Mitsuba and Yukarisu go 2v1 versus a Shocker monster? And what if Futaba and Ichiyo go 2v1 against a Shocker monster?
I'm just gonna say right now, it's never gonna be Mitsuba and Yukarisu 2v1ing a Shocker monster. They're just gonna lose every time.
But then there's
Love
no
them
reason.
both.
Yeah, but they don't pair up with
Yukarisu's
anybody
just
else.
But Yukarisu's just such a pushover. Like there's
Yeah,
no way.
Mitsuba will
There's
carry.
no way.
Of course he will. He's our savior.
But like, yeah, I mean, like, don't get me wrong, I love Riderman, but like, dog, I don't know, man.
We're gonna see some.
I feel like she's such a fucking like anchor. Like it's just so bad.
Nah, man. Listen, we're gonna see some love powers coming here soon.
Dude, right?
guarantee
Right? She'll be literally a
There's gonna
pushover
be
the
some love
entire
powers.
series. And then when Mitsuba's like kind of down and out, she's gonna rise to the occasion and open the opening for Mitsuba to finish off a Shocker monster.
I'd be okay with that. I'd be okay with
I
that.
would not be surprised if they quite literally just grab each other's faces and fucking smooch while they
Oh my
fucking like
God.
kick people in midair. And like
The other thing I wrote,
No.
sorry.
The last one.
The other
Last
thing I
one.
wrote, I
If
love
that happens,
the fucking,
I swear to God.
love the lips. I love the way they drew the lips in this episode. It sent me so much. I died laughing. I had to pause the episode because I was laughing too hard at the lip drawings.
That's
I was
great.
like, oh no.
Tojima's the best. That's all there
Tojima,
is to
great.
it.
As much as I love this episode, this is not peak Tojima episode. I thought it was really good. I still give it a 9 flat. So I'm not down on it, but I'm not 9. I think the highest I've ever given Tojima is like 9.6 or something. Like legit.
Yeah, it's a 9.
It's good.
Definitely
It's
9.
good. It's
I
good. It's just not. It's
Great
not the
episode.
peak. It's not the best episode we've seen. So I'm still in the 9s, but I can't go crazy.
I have an
That's what makes
8.8
Tojima
for this
peak.
episode.
Oh.
What'd you say?
8.8.
9. So it's a 9.
Look, boys, I had a critical week. I had a critical week on these episodes. Don't get me wrong.
Scum. All right, so we've gone through all the episodes that we watched for this season. Me and Chris will quickly talk about Journal with Witch. It's the slice of life. If you were going to watch a slice of life show this season, it's probably Journal with Witch. I know there's other ones that have come out with some hype behind them.
Mm-hmm.
I checked out Polar Opposites. Can't do it. I got 5 minutes and I was like, this is for children. I'm out.
It's a lot.
Oh, man.
Journal with Witch is great. It's basically a story about a high school girl, a 15-year-old girl whose parents die, and so she ends up going to stay with her mom's sister. And her mom's sister is like a shut-in novelist. Like, she doesn't really like leave her apartment. She just kind of stays there the whole she's just shut in like a tiny little apartment. Now she's kind of not forced, she actually offers it, or well, sort of, to allow the 15-year-old to stay with her, and she basically like becomes her caretaker. And it's literally the entire plot is just their dynamic, and it is great. It's
really good.
It's very so well written. I can't say enough about it because so much of it is literally just them talking back and forth, or them talking to themselves and about like what they're experiencing, what they're seeing. And it's just so well written. It doesn't even feel like an anime. Like, I feel like it feels like a movie almost.
It feels like, yeah, I'm like directly watching them like in person, like almost.
It
like,
sounds
I'm just like the
very
outside
boring.
Of the fly on the wall.
Right. It does sound
the way
boring.
you describe it sounds very boring. But I'll figure it out. I'll go for it.
You should watch it, Shalu, but at least watch the first episodes are already out, and I will say it is. I gave it some skepticism at first. Me and John were talking about it, and I was like, I had a list of like 5 or 6 different shows, and I was immediately cutting them after the first episode this past week. And I was texting John about it, and I was like, cutting this one, cutting this one, cutting this one. And I was like, all right, I'm finally gonna start Journal with Witch. Like, I gave it, I was shitting on it a little bit. Like, I'll watch it. I watched it and immediately texted John and was like, I'm so sorry. I was like, I'm so sorry I said anything bad to you. I was like, I'll listen. My bad. Like, this is the show to watch for sure.
It's really nice.
Fun.
It's literally, it's just like, it's the dynamic of somebody who is kind of socially inept, even though they're a 35-year-old adult, being paired with a 15-year-old who just experienced something traumatic and doesn't even know how to process it. And it's them like both being awkward, but like still not like it's still so wholesome. Like, it's awkward, but it's like it's awkward in a satisfying way at times. Like, I don't know how to describe it, because this is like kind of new. This is kind of new for me. Like, I haven't seen many anime like this, I feel like. And I found it really enjoyable, at least the first 2 episodes. So I'm really excited to see where it goes. I think it's if you're looking for slice of life, I think this is the best quality, like, writing wise, and it looks good too. Like, the style, and they don't obviously need crazy animation, but it looks pretty nice for something that's not going to need any action to it. But yeah, definitely check it out if that sounds like it's in your wheelhouse.
I'm almost positive this is gonna be a one-off series too. It's gonna be like
should be
either 12 or 24 or whatever they do, and then it'll be done. So it'll be a short, sweet one, but it'll be fun to watch for sure.
It feels like a 12er. It feels like a one and done 12 episode run. But just kind of sum everything up nicely in 12. But we'll see.
I'll get caught up on that so we can talk about it.
Yeah, we can. We don't have to. Yeah, it doesn't have to be much. It doesn't have to be a ton, but we can throw it at the end of the episodes.
If it sucks, you'll hear from me about it. Yeah.
It's fine. It's fine. You might be bored by it. You might be, but
you might
enjoy it.
Yeah.
If I'm bored by it in the next 2 weeks, then I'll stop talking about it. And you guys.
Yeah, fair enough. All right, that ends us off here. Sorry if this one's a little bit longer. We rambled a lot on JJK. Apologies, or maybe you enjoyed that. Maybe you liked us rambling on JJK because it's maybe the hypest thing this season.
Yeah,
but yeah. We'll keep it tight next week. We're gonna have to keep it tight because if we do all of this, but then also add Oshinoko and Frieren to this lineup, we're going to need to keep it a little more concise. We'll try that for you guys, but appreciate you for hanging around this week. Subscribe to the channel for more stuff from us down the line. We love you. We'll see you in the next one. Keep watching anime.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.